game this week. Unfortunately, couldn't do last night, Friday, as we ended up actually going to a concert. So the concert was The Killers. They were playing in Auckland. It's not something that happens very often in Auckland, where the Killers come to play. So we went and did that. I mean the concert was pretty good. We saw the things that we wanted to see. But then today was pre-release day. Didn't make it to a midnight pre-release, but went and saw these guys, vagabond.co.nz. They ran their pre-release today. Highly successful pre-release. Tons of people, tons of cards being opened, cracked. I saw Mox, Opals, Khans, all sorts of planeswalkers all over the place. It was great. But something that has coming with this pre-release is these. This one's already been redeemed, so no, you can't use that one. I did one to test. These MTG Arena codes. These are all coming in boosters. New Zealand is the first of, well, hopefully everyone. They're seeing how much it's going to take off, so hopefully everyone who has an MTG Arena beta does get a hold of some of these. They are on the back of the token cards for the set. Yeah, so I've redeemed one. We ended up getting, I will show you, a Syncopate. We got that and 100 gold, so that's pretty cool. There is a chance, just bringing up the stats there, there is a 10% chance that you'll get a Dominaria booster pack, and then there is a 90% chance that you'll get 100 gold and one of the following cards at random. There's Benelish Honor Guard, there's Drudge Sentinels, there's Gitu Journey Mage, there's Lanawa Elves, and then of course there's Syncopate. So we got a Syncopate and 100 gold, so that was good. But yeah, as we always start with, because this is cracking packs, welcome along. We will start with cracking packs. Not too many packs to crack this week, and then we'll get into redeeming the rest of these. So, without further ado, let's start with Armenket tonight. Go Armenket. So first perk of Armenket, looking pretty good, an Ancient Crab there. The rare is a Channeler Initiate. Now, Channeler Initiate we've seen in the Red-Green Diners deck, a number of other decks as well, and we'll move on to the next pack. Pack 2 of Armenket. A couple of good looking cards there. A Gale Strike, and the rare is a Fetid Pools. It's pretty good. It's a cycle land, so it can be a land, it can be a draw. It's pretty useful. As we go into our third and final Armenket pack. Vizier of Deferment, Onward, and Glorybringer. So we've seen Glorybringer bring us down on more than one occasion, so it's good to finally have one in the stable. We'll move on to Hour of Devastation packs now. First Hour of Devastation pack. Open up, we've got a Desert Hold, we've got a Dagger of the Worthy, and we'll just open that Desert's Hold. Mythic, wild card, of course everyone knows about the wild cards. We get wild cards based on a whole number of things, but wild cards you can redeem later on for a card of that rarity. We'll move into a second pack of Hour of Devastation. Alright, Farm, Sifter Worm, and the rare is Hazoret's Undying Fury. Seems pretty good. Shuffle your library and then exile the top 4 cards. You may cast any number of non-land cards with converting mana cost 5 or less. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. Last Hour of Devastation pack. Inferno Jet, another wild card there. We can see our vaults flashing away, waiting to be unlocked as we get a Solemnity. Alright, we'll move now on to our Ixalan packs. Ixalan packs, cool. Wanted Scoundrels, Vicious Conquistador, and the rare is a Deep Root Champion. Merfolk Shaman, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Pretty good in Modern Merfolk, there's lots of non-creature spells. Not sure how well, I mean it's in the green-blue standard Merfolk deck as well. Ixalan pack number 2. Alright, we'll go through extra Savage Stomp, so we'll get probably some more percentage in our vault there. The rare is a Rootbound Crag. Awesome. We've been looking at some of the mana fixing recently that we've got in our collection. It's not as good as we'd want it to be, so yeah, that's going to help. As we move on to our last pack of Ixalan. Last pack, Dark Nourishment, Merfolk Branch Walker, and the rare is more land. Awesome, Dragon Skull Summit. This is great for when you're actually opening packs. You don't want necessarily land in the rare slot when you're doing a sealed or when you're actually doing a draft, that sort of thing. That's it's not the best time to get those lands. So move on to our Rivals of Ixalan packs. Last packs for the night. Uncommon Wildcard, Curious Obsession. The rare is, well, that's a rare wildcard. Rare wildcard there, that's looking pretty good. Feel free to post up in the chat. Feel free to ask any questions, all that sort of thing. As we move to our second Rivals of Ixalan pack. Rivals of Ixalan pack there. We've got a Paladin of Atonement, so we already have 4 of those, as we saw when we bought as Palanth is just sending us a test message. He's our new mod for the chat, so be nice or get kicked out. That's basically how that's going to work. As I said, Paladin of Atonement. We got 4 of them when we built and improved the Black-White Vampires deck. Really excited about tonight's challenge or quests. So when we get to that, I'll explain why. But we're going to go through the rest of our packs first. 2 packs left. Rivals of Ixalan. An Aquatic Incursion, a Jungle Creeper. Still not 100% sold on the Jungle Creeper. I mean, like, I don't even know if it deserves to be at uncommon. It's a 3/3 for 3. It has an extra bit, but like, is it really that good? The last rare there, Itali Primal Storm. We've used Itali. Itali has been in our dinosaur decks. As we move on to opening our last pack, Rivals of Ixalan, Imperial Ceratops, Siren Reaver. I haven't really seen the Imperial Ceratops used that much. It's a bit high. I mean, when he takes damage, you gain life. It seems to be a bit of a wall. Maybe in the multicolor, 3-color red, white, green dinosaur decks that might be seeing play, but I haven't seen a lot of it in the MTG arena. Last rare of the night, Zatalpa, the Primal Dawn. 4/8 flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. 4/8. If you get him on the board, I think you win the game. But that said, if you're getting him on the board, mind you, after playing today, there is a lot of ramp in Dominaria. There's Llanowar Elves, there's Llanowar Scout, there's also 2 and 1 green elf that gets a +1/+1 every time an elf comes in, and you can tap it to create mana equal to its power or toughness, one of the 2. That's a pretty cool looking card, so maybe ramping into dinosaurs is going to be a thing. It's definitely going to help out. So that's all the packs. we'll have a quick look at what our vault is going to unlock for us this week. As we unlock the vault, we have got a rare to uncommon. Are those uncommon or are they common? So they might be uncommon. And wildcards. Wildcards, as we've explained a couple of times, you can redeem them for a card of that rare slot. We've got a common, so we'll see what the common is. Oh, it's an uncommon. Awesome. Relentless Raptor, uncommon. Great. Seems like a really good card. 3/3 for 2, and it has vigilance. So, like, no real downside, except for it has to attack or block each combat. But, you know, on turn 2, if you're dropping a 3/3, you're already winning the race. The rare that we've got here, what is the rare? The rare is a Rootbound Crag. Awesome. Again, lands now are good. Getting all of the lands so we can mana fix is a real good thing. But lands later, when MTG Arena actually releases seals and drafts, not so good. And the mythic, got a mythic, guys. What is it gonna be? Star of Extinction. So this is a pretty strong card. So I mean, like, you destroy our land, and it deals 20 damage to everything. Yeah, it's pretty good. So we'll claim those, wrap those up, quickly go into the store, and we look at Redeemer Code. Yes, Redeemer Code. Awesome. This is where these are going to come in handy. All of these. So bear with me. It's a bit of a tedious process. Possibly should have typed these all up earlier. And done something with that. So we'll click OK. Code redeemed successfully. Okay. No, it doesn't actually show you what it does. So that's fine. Maybe because it's a bit lackluster, I will do them all later. But we've got 8 more of those to redeem. So I'm going to do those, and then next week we'll go through all of the bits and pieces that we got off of those. So like always, we'll look at what quest we've got, which is win 2 games with the blue-black deck. Now, those who know me know that I like to play mill. There's 2 decks that I've played and I've really enjoyed. It is blue-black mill, and it is Merfolk. So, like, I really enjoy both of those decks. So, yeah, hey, we'll see what's going on. We'll look and we'll go into the decks area like we normally do. Have a quick look at the Dimir Manipulation deck. So the Dimir Manipulation deck is the one that a lot of people have been complaining about, really. It's got a lot of really strong cards. It's got Tetzmark, it's got the Scarab God. But we'll have a look at what's currently in it. So, currently, in the Dimir Manipulation deck, 2 ops and unsummon, a Labyrinth Guardian, Censor, Essence Scatter, Negate, Moment of Craving ×2, Walk the Plank, bunch more counters, some card draw, some more destruction, some exiling of creatures, which would be good if we come against the mirror. And we've got Tetzmark there. Don't actually have the Scarab God in there to start with. I know we do have a Scarab God, so that's fine. We can add it in the round 2, which is what we always do. We have round 1, where we go through and we play the deck. That is the pre-constructed deck that Wizards have given from the beta release. So I'm presuming that when they actually go and release all of this, it's gonna have those decks already in it. Good evening, good to see you here. Evening is responsible for sorting out all of our overlays. It keeps changing. We keep going, hey, let's do this, let's do that. So Evening, thank you very much for all the work that you've done on that. Palanth, thank you very much for all of the support and all of the questions that keep coming through when we're playing, when we're deck constructing. It's always good. It gives us something to talk about, and you know, if we get lost for things to talk about. But today I'm just so excited because of all of the magic that I've already been playing today. So we'll get stuck in. But this is the deck that we're going to be playing, the Dimir Manipulation deck. So we'll click done. We'll go back to home. We'll go play. Change from our black-white vampires deck, which has gotten us so far into gold tier 4. Gold tier 4, so that was really good. Also been playing the black-green explore deck that we went through and made last week. That's been helping out in bits and pieces when the black-white vampires have been getting hosed a bit. So we'll go to Dimir Manipulation and click play. You have to excuse me, I had to smash through some KFC. KFC Key Street powering me through tonight. It's a bit hard when you've been playing a pre-release all day. You forget that you actually need dinner. And, well, I forgot that I needed dinner, and so KFC seemed like a really good thing. So we look at our opening hand. It seems pretty good. An island, got an opt, got a treasure map, Angle Drake, Ravenous Chupacabra, so I think we'll keep that one. Got a lot of options there, got an Evolving Wild, so we can dig for a land if we get stuck. So we'll go keep. Treasure map is pretty much that. You find some treasure, put a landmark counter on it, then if there's Furimar, remove it and transform it, and you get some artifacts. So yeah, it's basically ramp. We'll play an island and end the turn. Let him think that we've, I don't know, got something. He'll probably know that it's just an opt, but looks like we've got something better. And a moment of craving there, so whatever he plays on turn 2, yeah, we should be able to respond to it. So he's got a Dusk Legion Zealot. I'm just going to respond with the opt now. Scry, it is a hieroglyphic illumination. Let's draw 2 cards. It's got a cycling cost as well, so I'm going to keep that on the top, which will mean that we'll draw it from the opt. It just seems like a simple thing to keep. The deck list thing. Yes, no, I can put the deck list thing up now, actually. Where is it? MTGA tracker. So hopefully that will have the deck list. So we click and move the wrong thing. I haven't really figured out the best place to have it on the stream. Put it here for now, but if it gets in the way, let us know as we go to turn 2, and I will keep that 2, 4, 6, 7 in the turn. See if he's going to play anything nicer, because we can take 1 damage, that's fine. 1 damage from a Dusk Legion Zealot seems not too bad. We'll let him go to combat, then declare attackers. Take 1 damage. We're not going to block him. Take the damage at the back of our turn. I think we'll keep Movement of Craving. We'll just keep it and see what happens. My turn. Why not? We pull a Golden Demise. We'll play an Evolving Wilds. Play a Treasure Map. Evolving Wilds. Just crack it now. Get another blue. The strongest card in Magic the Gathering, as the joke goes. 1/1 Dust Legion Zealot. Like, we've got a treasure map now as well as 3 mana, so we're looking pretty set. If we get another swamp, we'll be pretty good. We can Golden Demise if he puts out a couple of bits and pieces. Looking like a black-white vampires deck of sorts. It may just be... Oh yeah, there we go, black-white vampires deck. So flying 2/3 and a 1/1. So hopefully... Nah, didn't get another black mana. That is fine. We will... What are we gonna do? We'll go back to him, as with control. And we will do a couple of bits and pieces. The Dimir Manipulation deck, this is just the one that Wizards gives you. They throw it at you already made, so that's kind of cool. Sorry, I clicked and moved everything around a bit too much. Playing around with evening's overlay there, so we will let them go to combat, declare attackers. Yeah, we can afford to take 3 damage, so we'll take 3 damage. Damage. What's he going to play? Nothing. So he's not going to play anything. That is interesting, so let's just moment of cream the Dust Legion Zealot, get 2 of those life back, and then we will scry on the treasure map, and keep that on top. Done. Because it's an instant, we will leave it. In case he wants to cast something awesome that we need to Hornswoggle straight away. So we will go to combat, go to attacks, and end the turn. So, welcome aboard Cracking Backs, our weekly episode. This week, Saturday night, instead of Friday night, the normal 10 to 12 New Zealand time, as our opponent, Master Yoda, cycles a Desert of the True, which will let happen, that's fine. He's drawing into something. What's he gonna play? He's going to play a land. Combat. Attacks. We can let 2 damage come in just to see what he's going to play on the back of his turn. And if he doesn't play anything, we'll vanquish the Sky Marcher. Another land. Golden Demise there. Hieroglyphic Illumination. Chupacabra. So we're looking pretty good. Just go to the end of our turn. So playing control, yeah, it's probably not the most spectatory of all the decks to play. Quite a lot of mana now for Master Yoda. We've missed a couple of land drops, but that's okay. Got an overflying insight there, so once we get to 7 mana, we can go right back up to 7 cards. Radiant Destiny. Why can't I counter that? That's really weird. I don't want to resolve that. I want to Hornswoggle it. Guess we'll be making a bug report later as we resolve the Radiant Destiny, because for some reason we couldn't Hornswoggle it. That's a bit weird. Floating some mana. There's a request comes through there to move this over here. Combat. Attackers. Blockers. Second main phase for Master Yoda. As our mana drains, that's a bit of a shame. I don't know why the Hornswoggle didn't work. That would have been really good. Would have been great to Hornswoggle that. If we can't Hornswoggle that because we use the mana. So we'll scry and put a thingy on treasure map, and we will let Submerged Boneyard stay on the top. Play a Boneyard, play a Chupacabra, get rid of that Legion Lieutenant because that will be a bit nasty. Straight away. Hopefully that's looking a bit better there, Palinth. As we're at the slow and steady 3 viewers. 3 viewers tonight, so that's great. Thank you guys for joining us. Ravenous Chupacabra on the board. Waiting for Master Yoda. He's got 4 cards in hand, a whole bunch of mana. As he plays a Vanquish's Banner, I presume he's going to choose vampires. There's not really a lot I can do about it. So there we go, and he has chosen vampire, as we can see there. And then a Martyr of Dusk. Ooh, all 3 Martyr of Dusk. Alright, so we'll now have a look at what we've got in hand. We can draw 2 cards, we've got an Air Elemental. Maybe we'll just go flying. Yeah, let's go. Not going to attack with the Chupacabra into the 4-3, we'll just use them to block. And no attackers. And that ends our turn. So, I don't know how many of you have actually seen what the Dominaria packs look like, but this is what they look like. Real shiny. Like, if you look, they've done some of the foiling on the actual pack itself. Looks really cool. And you can see the little yellow banner. It says MTG Arena Reward inside. That's on all of the packs from booster packs and pre-release packs. And I got 4. I got 4. I didn't do so well today, but the event that I went to had a pretty flat prize structure, so that's kind of cool. Got a 5/4 Martyr of Dusk now because of a Legion Lieutenant, a Vanquish's Banner, and a Radiant Destiny, so... Oh dear. Can't even really Golden Demise because it doesn't really do much. Now we'll just block the Martyr of Dusk. Had taken damage. Doomfall. Well, Angler Drake, we're a mana off. Otherwise we'd be returning all sorts of things. So maybe we will... Wow, we're gonna die pretty soon anyway. So... let's cycle Hieroglyphic Illumination. Again, not overly helpful. We got 12, 8, 13, 14, 15. So in order to not die next turn, we can't play anything. Just get rid of that Chupacabra and end the turn. Oh dear. This deck... We'll do a bit of work on it, as we do in between. We normally get the audience to help out, so hopefully we can get some audience interaction, build the deck up, and yeah, we'll go from there. Lots and lots of mana, whereas we've missed a lot of mana drops. It's not helpful when you're playing control. You need to be playing a mana basically every turn. Just take this opportunity to scry on the treasure map. Sensor can go... It doesn't really matter. We'll go to the bottom. Then we'll Hornswoggle the Labyrinth Vein, which lets us do this time. I don't know why it didn't let us Hornswoggle that Radiant Destiny. That really would have been pretty bloody good. So we're gonna go down to 2. That's not helpful. There's not really a whole lot we can do about it. Unless we get a Chupacabra. We could get a Chupacabra and play around a little bit more, but yeah, we'll see what's going on. And as we're waiting for Master Yoda. Master Yoda. Okay. Well, that's gone well. So he's probably going to decline that action, I would imagine. Yeah, resolve the Cartouche of Ambition. 6, 10, 15. I don't know, 5, 10, 14. So we'll be on 1. We don't have another Chupacabra in the deck, so that's not good. Yes, we get a land that taps, but you know, we can sack a creature and draw a card. We can make him sack a creature. So we can exile a creature. That'd be nice. Still going to lose because we don't actually have a creature. But we'll use this to sack a treasure and draw a card. Trying to dig for an answer. The answer is not going to be Secrets of the Golden City, so we'll throw up Good Game. And in the spirit of maybe assisting Master Yoda to complete his quests, we'll let him have another turn, which does not look like he is going to do, so we'll just concede. Maybe he's got a quest to make people concede, who knows? So that was the first round playing of the Dimir Manipulation deck. So what we'll do now, we'll go into our deck builder. We'll have a look. We'll see if we can tweak it to make it better. That'd be quite cool if we could do that. And we'll just jump in there. So where are we? Dimir Manipulation. Cool. So Dimir Manipulation, we'll switch back to the other view that we were using last week. This is what it looks like at the moment. So we've got a Nezahal, Tetzmark, and Angler Drake. Angler Drake's probably going to come out, it's a bit too high for what it is. Overflowing Insight, also probably a bit too high, but we'll have a look. So, okay, so the deck as it is, bearing in mind we have got 23 common wildcards, 5 uncommon wildcards, 2 rare wildcards, and 2 mythic rare wildcards. So we've got 2 opt, that seems pretty good, an unsummon, that would have been quite handy, Censor, which early game is really good, later on not so much, Essence Scatter, always really good in a control deck, Labyrinth Guardian, I mean it's a 2/3 blocker, but I don't think it has as much place in this deck as maybe some people think it does. Negate, also really good. Moment of Craving, you know, I mean it does a -2/-2, you gain 2 life, great against aggro decks. Walk the Plank, as long as you're not playing Merfolk, that is fine. Treasure Map, again, I really like Treasure Map. Basically, you scry away until you get Treasure Cove, and then you get a whole bunch of treasure tokens. So that's pretty good. Cancel. cancel is good for obvious reasons. Champion of Wits. Champion of Wits seems not that good. But if you play it and you don't... If you basically play it to die. Eternalize, when it comes back as a 4/4 zombie. So you kind of want to discard Champion of Wits and then eternalize it from your graveyard. But yeah, no, that's a different thing. Hornswoggle, wow, you know, that would have been really good last game if we managed to actually play it when we wanted to. Secrets of the Golden City. See, I think this is really strong. You either draw 2 cards or you draw 3 cards, and it's only 3 mana, so I mean that's pretty good. Supreme Will. Supreme Will has a counter target spell, or you can look at the top 4 cards of your library. So I mean, like, Supreme Will, I've seen pretty much as a staple for this deck. It looks pretty good. So I think we'll probably leave that in there. Doomfall, we saw us play it last game. It's basically a duress or an exile for 3, which, you know, if they've only got the one thing on the board, it's pretty good. Golden Demise, really, really good if you've got Ascend and creatures. Even better if you have no creatures, like in a control deck. Rev Ambush, great against aggro. Vanquish the Weak, again, great against, you know, low level aggro. Hieroglyphic Illumination, I like this as well. You can draw a card or you can draw 2 cards. It's, you know, it's probably better to have more Secrets of the Golden City, but I mean, we'll talk about that when we go through. Impale, destroy a target creature, always want that, but we probably want more Ravenous Chupacabras because it's Impale with a creature attached to it. Air Elemental, you know, it's a 4/4 flyer. It's what we're going to end up having to use to win the game. Glyphkeeper is really, really good. Yeah, Soul of the Rapids. Final Reward, exile target creature. You know, like, Final Reward is probably really, really good if you're playing Draft or a limited format. You can probably jam a Final Reward in there just for the end of the game when they're dropping bombs and you want to get rid of something. Angle Drake, like I said, probably one of the first things that I'm going to get rid of because we have Tetzmoc and he's big and angry, and Nezahal, and he is also big and angry, and we're deciding about Overflowing Insight. The mana, you know, like, the mana we'll sort out later. It'll depend on what we're looking at. So things from the chat already are, we have too many 3 converted mana cost counter spells, which I believe is very, very true. And the advice is to go up to 4 Essence Scatter, so I have to remember how to do this. Right, is it a... So we'll go, because it's common, it's fine. Up to 4. 1, 2, 4 Essence Scatter, seems pretty good. Censor, I mean, it's a draw or a counter early on. I don't know if we want to just bin it altogether. What does everyone think? Do we want to get rid of Censor? I definitely want to go up to 4 Opt. Opt is just super, super strong. So I'm going to go up to 4 Opt. Because I want to. But what do we think about Censor? I have to cut something eventually. I'm just going to straight up cut the Labyrinth Guardian, because I don't think he's worth having in there. And so we've gone up to 4 Opt, we've got 4 Essence Scatter, we'll get rid of a Censor. So we're down to 62 already, that's pretty good. Negate, I really like Negate. I mean, it's pretty strong. Champion of Wits. I don't want to play Champion of Wits because we don't have discard. But yeah, we've got a lot of 3 CMC stuff. Lots and lots. I mean, Secrets of the Golden City is good, but Hieroglyphic Illumination is an instant. So, I'll let you guys think about that. What do we think about Walk the Plank and Moment of Craving? Yeah, I don't know. I think 1 treasure map is fine. 1 treasure map. But we'll just do some culling at the bottom. We'll get rid of an angler drink. Get rid of the final rewards. Probably get rid of the soul of the rapids. Keep the glyph keeper. Keep the air elemental. Or do we go 2 glyph keepers and get rid of the air elemental? Definitely get rid of the impale for another ravenous chupacabra. Sitting at 57 now. I don't think we need overflowing insight. I mean, it's cool, you draw 7 cards, but jeez, it's a lot of mana. Unsummon is... look, I think Unsummon is pretty good. I wish I had Palinth here with me, actually. It'd be a lot easier. You could be like, yeah, that, this, that, you know. Alright, so I actually had his voice in my head today when I was thinking about playing 3-color, and just had this voice in the back of my head saying, don't play 3-color. And I didn't, so that went pretty well to start with. So we'll do a bit of work around this 3 CMC area. I think, I mean, if they don't get onto the board to start with, then we won't have to worry about them. So we'll get rid of, I think we'll get rid of Reaver Ambush and Vanquish the Weak. 1 card that we do need to put in there is this guy. He's going in there because he can fish out things from other people's graveyards. We're at 59. I mean, we've done a little bit of work on it so far. It's not going to be perfect because we don't have a full thing. I think we'll just get another cancel. So we're at 60. Hornswoggle. I mean, you only create 1 treasure token. It's not that good. I think we'll get rid of it for now. Secrets of the Golden City. I mean, it's draw 3 cards for 3, but I think, as we were talking before, we'll get rid of that and get another hieroglyphic illumination. Now, creatures and bombs and stuff that we want in there. We've got... Hey, I got rid of you. Go away. We've got a Nezahal, we've got a Tetzmark, we've got a Scarab Guard, we've got a Glyph Keeper. Maybe go up to 2 Glyph Keepers. I mean, it counters things itself and then it can come back. We'll get to him. I feel like we need to do a little bit more work around the bottom. Maybe get rid of Walk the Plank. And get another Doomfall. Supreme Will. I think we'll just get rid of Supreme Will and go for cancel. No, maybe not. That's an uncommon. Yeah, nah. I think another unsummon will be good. Because you can unsummon and then Essence Scatter. We got 3 negates, that's fine. Maybe we get another treasure map. I don't know. Maybe another Doomfall. Maybe another Golden Demise. Golden Demise, I mean, it's only ever going to be giving -2/-2 to their creatures because we don't really have enough. Gonna get rid of this air elemental though. Get something else in there. Do I have another? What is in the blue? Unowned as well. Creature slots. 5 and 6 plus. So what do we got? We got Soul of the Rapids, which we already decided not to have. Prosperous Pirates, no. And we could get another Nizar. An Archfiend of Ifnir. We don't have any cycling. Cryptic Serpent. That could work out pretty well. Play it for 2 blue. Actually, that is a good point. We'll play 1, 2. Get rid of Nizar. Hmm. 3. And get rid of that 4. Okay. I think that's enough for now in the playing. Reaver, Ambush, and Moment of Craving are great. Maybe get rid of Unsummon. Okay, fine. We'll get rid of Unsummon. Get Reaver. Wait. Reaver. Damn it. Reaver. Ambush. 1 and do we make it 2? Ooh, search. I like what you're thinking. Search for a Descanter. I have 2 of it. So 2 we play 2 of. Maybe get rid of Treasure Map and play that. Yep, we'll play 2 search and no Treasure Map. So we'll just have a quick look at the mana. Go back to the other view. So have a breakdown of mana. No. Oh dear. Okay, so 4, 8, 11, 13, plus 6 is 19, plus 3 is 22, plus 4 is 26, 27, probably wondering what I'm doing, plus 8 is 35. Okay, so we've got 35 blue drops, which is nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got a lot more blue than we do black. So if we look quickly now at the lands that we have to play with blue and black. Where is it? Blue, black, colorless, and wounded unknown. Huh. That's really weird. Well, we've got 10 island, 9 spawn, 4 submerged boneyards, some evolving wilds, and a field of ruin. I think we'll get rid of the field of ruin. Do another island. I don't know why it's not letting us do the land thing. So I'll search for island. Oh. Okay. Drowned Catacombs would be good, but we don't have any. Do we have any rare things left? We got 1. We get 1 Drowned Catacombs. Get rid of one of those, and we'll put the 1 Drowned Catacombs in. So we're still at 60, and yeah, we've got 4 Cryptic Serpents. Bunch of other things, bunch of double lands, some evolving wilds to dig. So, what do you reckon? Should we go see how it plays? I think so. we're gonna try and get full out lands like we did last time. Reset. The answer is yes, we will try and get some full out lands like we did last time. Search up some swamps. This is a trick that I don't know if they're gonna leave it in. I don't. You know, I feel bad doing it. Aha. Okay, so we'll go done. We've. Oh, I didn't clone it. Oh well, that's fine. I forgot to clone it. We've cloned all the other ones. It doesn't really matter. We just wanted to do the we just wanted to make sure that we were calling it something different, so we'll just call it UB control. Interestingly enough, I found out why blue is U. So Mark Rosewater, who is one of the designers and lead guys for Magic the Gathering, they came up with this because basically black was already B, green is G, white is W, red is R, and they wanted to find something for blue. So blue, you couldn't have B because black was taken. L, couldn't use L because L was for land. So they went to the next letter, which was U. The reason that they did it that way and not the other way around is because if you tried to do it with black, B would have been for blue, L would have been for land, and A would have been for artifact. So, you know, they went with U, and that's what they did. So we'll go back home, we'll go to play, we'll make sure that we've got our UB control deck selected, and we will click play. Hope everyone's having a great night. Saturday night here in New Zealand. We've been playing pre-release today. We have cracked a couple of these. It's not really all that good on the stream, so we decided not to do any more of those. As we look at our opening hand, we have 2 islands, a swamp, an opt, a negate, a doomfall, and a ravenous chupacabra. So that's already looking really, really good. So we will keep that. I do have a bunch more of the MTG Arena codes to punch in, but like I said, they're not that fun to watch. But there is a chance of a 10% chance of a Dominaria booster, which would have been really cool. We could open that. As we'll end our turn. But then there's a 90% chance for 100 gold in one of the following cards: Banish on a guard, Drudge Sentinels, Gita Journey Mage, Land of Wild Owls, Syncopate. As we go to combat, he's played a Submerged Boneyard, so another Chupacabra. Do we want that on top or do we want the land? I think we will go with yes. Let's keep that on top, and we'll draw it. Get our Serpent, so we can now negate any non-creature spell that he's going to play. I think we're playing a mirror. Azek Akriman. I really hope I said that properly. Do we play that? Nah. Control, you sit back and you say yes or you say no. And control is hard in the field of aggro, but when you come up against the mirror of your control deck, hopefully it's not as hard, but we'll see. People have asked me why I'm wearing the Logitech hat. I like Logitech stuff, basically. Everything that I use, as you can probably see on the stream site, is Logitech. As now we can play Submerged Boneyard, and we will choose the option to exile something. So I've got an Angler Drake, so we'll probably just leave that there for now. Impale. As you can see, this is the deck that we've been playing against. Got a lot of answers to a lot of things in there, except for this thing. So we'll choose that. Get rid of his champion boots. You see, now I'm not sure how everyone feels about this, but at the moment, when you're playing MTG Arena, if you do something that reveals your opponent's hand, it stays revealed. So you can just go back and look. I mean, like, I understand because it's been revealed, that's fine, but there's a certain element of having to write everything down furiously and then, you know, from there, work out what they do and don't have in their hand. But I mean, it works. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'll just flick through everything. One in negate is Secrets of the Golden City. As he treasure maps his way to glory. We don't know what he's drawn. It's probably a land. Yep, it's a land. So that's the treasure map like we were playing before. He's probably going to play Secrets of the Golden City, which, like I said, we will negate. Always making our Cryptic Serpent cheaper. So now we can play our Search for Azcanta. Search for Azcanta, really good call out there by Palinth. It is pretty strong. So basically, you get extra card draw. Or you can spin things. As our search will trigger. Evolving Wilds, we will put it on the library, then we will draw it. Then we will play it. And combat end. So we've currently got 3 in the graveyard. When it gets to 7 or more in the graveyard, he can transform it. So that's pretty cool. Cryptic Serpent as well, which is good. But he's still got his Angler Drake, which he'll be dying to play, and then we will kill it. Walk the Plank, Impale, Golden Demise. So Impale, we're going to want to fish something out of there. As we'll go to my turn. Search for Azcanta again. So we have an option now to put our second Search for Azcanta into the graveyard. And then we have to, maybe what we'll do is we'll crack our Evolving Wilds, which we should have done at the end of his turn. See, this is where Palinth will reach into me. And we'll get another land. And then we'll draw. It's another Cryptic Serpent. So we've got 2 Cryptic Serpents in the hand. But he's got 2 kill spells. So we kind of just want to wait for him to play his Angler Drake, then kill the Ravenous Chupacabra, then we can play a Serpent. It's yeah, I mean it's gonna be a long ride, but we'll get there. Yes, I forgot my Evolving Wilds. The chat pulled up. As he cracks his Treasure Cruise, he can play his Angler Drake now, which he's probably gonna try and do. Well, he will do, and then we'll kill it. Oh. Nope. This is going to be one of those games. Sure, we'll have 3 Cryptic Serpents in hand. Seems like a good idea. We have a turn. I mean, we could play a Cryptic Serpent, and try and fish out 2 of his things and counter 1. You make him use 2. 3 cards that we don't know about, so that'd be interesting to see what they are. Is he gonna play his Angler Drake? Probably not, because he's probably gonna want to bounce something. 5 cards in our graveyard. 3 of them instants of sorcery is going to make our Cryptic Serpents cheaper. So if we play that, so it'll drop by 3 and go to 4 mana. Yeah, we'd just have enough for negate. He plays his Labyrinth Guardian and another Cryptic Serpent. Hey. Okay, so we've got our 4 Cryptic Serpents in hand now. Alright, Chupacabra his Guardian. If he lets me. But if he tries to counter that, then we know what his last card is. And then we'll negate his Scatter. Play a Chupacabra, kill the Labyrinth Guardian, then hopefully he plays Walk the Plank and kills the Chupacabra, and then, or he'll play the Golden Demise or something. But that just makes our Serpents even cheaper, so our Serpents are now 3 each, so we can get around pretty much most of the stuff. You can make a sack in his treasures. It's probably not the move that I'd go. 1 more instant or sorcery in the graveyard and our Serpents are just 2 each, so having a quick look there. Another thing that we did buy today that is really cool and does help. I collect sets. Some of the sets, some of the cards aren't actually in the boxes of boosters, so you have to buy them and stuff like this and this. So we bought both of these today. Teferi in one, Chandra in the other. You can't get those from booster boxes as he plays his Angler Drake. Negate again, we will keep on top. So we'll library that and transform, search for his Canter, and then draw. Alright, so we will Chupacabra the Angler Drake. Ooh. And then he's got an Impale and a thingy. So we will end the turn. Hopefully he uses the Golden Demise. And then next turn we can just start going to Serpent Town. Almost tempted to negate the Golden Demise and then get 2 Serpents. 3 Serpents on the board maybe. As he embalms his Labyrinth Guardian. Labyrinth Guardian comes back as a 2/3 Zombie Illusion. But when it's a target of anything, it basically dies. So that's cool. Sacks' Treasure Cove, so 2 cards that we don't know about. Impale and a Golden Demise though. Yeah, Golden Demise again. It's got a send, so it's not going to affect his creatures. We will now play a Cryptic Serpent for 3. Will he cancel? No, he hasn't cancelled it. Okay, cool. So we can now negate his Impale. I'm not going to swing into the 2/3. So we'll end the turn. Just take that off and end the turn. If you use the bottom option, it basically says, yeah, no, I don't want any priority, don't give it back. So I should stop being lazy and actually click through the phases, because it's caught me out a couple of times. As he plays his Impale, we'll try and negate it. He may counter. Oh no, wow, okay. So we negated the Impale. Now we've got a Cryptic Serpent and a Ravenous Chupacabra up. And his counter. Basically, we can go to town now, so I'm just going to block him. I'm not sure what he's doing there. There's 1 Golden Demise. Is there 2 Golden Demise? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Moments of Craving, the card that everyone said we should be playing. But now, if we look, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now our serpents cost 2. I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna have 2. I'm gonna keep this one back because then we can search for his counter as well. Combat, attacks, intern. See what he does. He may try and bounce one. He may try and do something else. Attackers, blockers. Before the second Manane phase. As counter, the Sunken Ruin. We will trigger that. I can either get a Doomfall or a Hieroglyphic Illumination. I'm going to get a Doomfall because I want to see what's in his hand. Land. We will go to combat, attack, see if we can pull out any of his things. Damage 12. We'll go Doomfall and get him to reveal, and he scoops! Serpent spam for the win. Yeah, serpents, pretty good. Definitely. I was talking today with some of the guys at the pre-release. We're all pretty sure that there's going to be a blue-black control deck coming to standard soon. There's a whole bunch of things. There's a 3-black 3/3, which you can pump for 1 swamp. It gets +1/+1. I have one here. It's in my cards. There's lots. It looks like he's just going to be in one of the decks. It looks like there could be a mono black deck. There's all sorts of things. I mean, you can have a mono black deck with Tetzmark and all of the new vampires, and there's a whole bunch of things that trigger off legendaries and other historic bits and pieces. Like today's pre-release actually blew my mind a bit. We actually have one of our viewers there. He hasn't played in ages, and he said, wow, this is the first time in a long time that I've had fun playing Magic. So that was really cool. Dominaria, it's got a lot of... it's bringing back a lot of bits and pieces. It's got a lot of legendaries in it. You can sit and you can play and you can just have fun. But yeah, I mean, it's just like this. I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing this to show what you can do in the MTG arena. I mean, if people are watching, that's great. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching again. Cracking Packs, Stitch Farm NZ, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Keep up with us on all of those platforms. Feel free to send us messages on any of them that you can. And next week we will be back to our scheduled time of 10 to 11 on Friday night, New Zealand time. Thank you very much and see you next week.